Boys and girls, do you remember the horrible way that Peter treated Jesus when he pretended not to know him? How would you feel if someone did that to you? Would you still want to be friends with them? Why don't you press pause on the video and just discuss those questions with your family for a few moments. Boys and girls, because Jesus is so kind, he still wanted to be Peter's friend. He forgave Peter for every time that Peter had done wrong. He even gave Peter a special job to do. Now, boys and girls, we can identify with Peter, can't we? How often do we also do things that are wrong, even when we know we shouldn't? Sometimes we even do the same wrong things over and over again. I hope that you can see from this story that we can always say sorry to Jesus and he will forgive us. Do you remember the story about the foot washing and how Jesus' death solves the problem of our dirty hearts? I know that at times sin can make us feel ugly, and we may even wonder sometimes if the sins that we do perhaps are too bad for God to ever forgive us. Maybe we look at the sins that we do over and over again, and we think that we've sinned too many times for God to forgive us again. You may feel at points in your life that maybe your relationship with God just can't be repaired. Boys and girls, I hope and pray from our story today that you will see and understand the sufficiency of what Jesus achieved on the cross. I want you to ask your moms and dads to explain that to you. What does it mean that the sufficiency of what Jesus did on the cross? And what Jesus did on the cross was sufficient for the sin that you did once and for the sin that you do over and over again. I'll briefly explain it to you. It's just a fancy way of saying that there is no sin that Jesus cannot forgive, boys and girls. And there is no limit to the number of times that Jesus will forgive the same sin. You see, boys and girls, Jesus brings hope because he offers forgiveness, and then he uses us to grow his kingdom. My prayer, boys and girls, for you is that each of you will trust in Jesus for the forgiveness of your sins, that you will allow his Holy Spirit to work in you in order that you can live a life that pleases the Lord, and that you will be a witness to those around you. Boys and girls, I want you to know that our homes are a great place for us to begin showing the change that knowing Jesus makes in our lives.